But to start off with your reaction to this move by the White House, this solution, if you will, some are suggesting that Mike Waltz failed up. Should he have been fired?
Look, who I think should be fired is Secretary Hegseth, because at the end of the day, he's the one who has repeatedly misused critical classified information, added various people to different signal chats and chains, and hasn't faced any accountability for that.
So they got the wrong guy.
That's partly my view, yes. And I do think that 100 days into this administration, our relations with most of our core allies have been strained and tested by the tariffs, by some of the unexpected threats from President Trump. As I've met with representatives of partner and allied countries, they say he's threatening Greenland, he's threatening the Panama Canal, he's threatening Canada. What's going to come next? So I do think that Mike Waltz, if confirmed to be UN ambassador, will have his hands full. And I think our relations with much of the world, including our closest allies, have gotten more strained, more attenuated in the last 100 days.
Well, the operative word you just used there, Senator, is if he is confirmed. Your committee will have the ability to question him in a confirmation
Yes,
hearing.
we will.
Given even the criticism we have had from your colleagues across the aisle about the Signalgate episode and what was shared, the inadvertent addition of Jeffrey Goldberg, do you think he can make it through committee, let alone on the floor?
We'll see. He certainly had his critics in the Republican caucus as well as in the Democratic caucus. He didn't have all that much time to serve as National Security Advisor. Look, this is repeating a pattern from the first Trump administration where there's a lot of shifts in personnel, a lot of changes, a lot of people in acting roles. Elise Stefanik, as you know, was nominated to be the UN ambassador, then pulled out because the margin Republicans have in the House is so tight. And they don't know whether they can yet pass their big, beautiful bill, as Donald Trump describes it, to slash taxes and also cut Medicaid and cut other critical social programs here in the United States. So 100 days in, President Trump hasn't kept key promises to reduce prices, to solve the war in Ukraine on day one, and we're already seeing central figures in his administration moving around in the deck chairs.
On April 16th, you demanded information from the White House about the contents of that signal chat and the circumstances surrounding it. Did you hear back? Do you have that information? Okay.
Nope.
Will this hearing bring it forth?
It's certainly an opportunity to press for answers. But one of the features of this White House is that I have sent, along with other Democrats, dozens of letters in my oversight capacity, whether on the Judiciary Committee, on the Appropriations Committee, where I'm the senior Democrat for defense appropriations, or on the Foreign Relations Committee. And the vast majority of my letters have gone unanswered.
Are you prepared to vote no on the nomination of Michael Waltz as
Yes.
UN ambassador?
I may very well vote no. I will keep an open mind. It is my job in a confirmation hearing to ask fair and reasonable questions, to keep an open mind and be willing to work across the aisle. But right now, I've got a lot of questions about his continued use of Signal, about Signalgate and how this has happened, and about how seriously he takes handling highly classified national security information.